perfect segue. WandaVision episode 4. Have you watched it? Oh,
Mate, the first 3 were garbage.
This one's really good.
Why is it really good?
I
don't care about spoilers.
You don't care?
I don't give a shit.
Can I just tell you everything?
Yeah, tell me everything.
So it's
Daddy.
it's the first time we're seeing outside of their universe. We're seeing it from Sword's view.
Okay.
So Sword is the kind of like the rebirth of Shield. Instead of Shield, it's Sword. You know how by the end of the bit with Endgame and all that, we saw Director Fury was in space with all the scrolls and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a Sword space station in space,
Mm-hmm.
right? We've now got Sword, and it's set 3 weeks after Endgame, and everyone's been clicked back, and everyone, the blip has came back, and all the people are starting to form back together. And Carla, do you remember Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
So during that movie, she had her friend who was the fighter pilot. Do you remember her?
Yeah.
So
I never actually watched Captain Marvel.
Well, her kid is the dark skinned woman that got shot out of the realm. Do you remember?
No.
The last episode, she mentioned Ultron, and she got thrown out of the. No.
I don't remember that part.
Have you watched number 3?
Yeah, I have watched number 3.
You have.
At
At the very end, they had the twins.
Yeah.
And the dark skinned woman. What the fuck is her name? I can't remember. But she went in and said, "Oh, your brother was killed during Ultron, right?"
Yeah.
And she said, "How do you know that?" And she flung her out of the actual town, out of the thing, and then you see all these officers swarm her. And it's Sword. And it shows how Sword have been monitoring this missing persons. Someone went missing, and then they've gone to look at the town, and nobody knows about this town. They're like, Westview. I'm from Eastview. There's no such thing as Westview. And it's really silly how the police officers are like, you're stupid. We're from Eastview. There's no such thing as Westview. It doesn't make any sense. And we get to see how she actually gets sucked into that world, Wanda's world, and she just kind of becomes assimilated in the world with the clothes and the 50s and 60s and so on. And it turns out that do you remember from Thor? There's who was Thor's love interest?
Jane Foster.
Jane Foster. You know her group of people. Who was the shorter?
Lady. Yeah. The one with the lady with the glasses.
Yes, she actually becomes a doctor, and she's the person that comes into Sword and actually finds that they're actually broadcasting a frequency, and they actually show that they're actually watching the sitcom on the outside of the town, and they're watching this is so weird, and they're trying to talk to her, which makes sense with the radio.
Okay.
And it's just really cool just to see it on the outside, and you actually get to see how Wanda's actually doctored the footage where you don't get to see the full bit. You see a little bit of their argument, and then it goes bzz, and it cuts the credits, right?
So Wanda is controlling the universe?
She's controlling the universe. It's her own, but we don't know if she herself is being possessed or controlled.
Okay.
But you also get to see she actually throws her out of that town, which is a 5 mile radius, where she controls everything, and outside it's nobody has any clue about this town. And she says, it's Wanda controlling everything. And you get to see a little bit of Wanda where she loses a bit of control. She looks at Vision, and it's actually Vision's dead corpse. He's fully black. He's got the hole where Thanos has ripped out the I think it's the Mind Stone. Or the Mind Stone?
Yeah, Mind Stone.
Mind Stone pulls it out, and she goes, she looks away, and she looks back, and Vision's back to normal. So you can see where even her and Psyche are starting to break down a little bit, and there starts to be holes in the reality, And she just fixes the walls where she's thrown the woman out. It's cool. It is cool. They've actually...
so they stepped up a little bit since the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, it makes sense why they gave the 1 and 2, because the 1 and 2 I think probably should have just been a one episode together.
Yeah.
It was a bit much. It was just a bit boring.
Yeah, well, just you're like, this isn't interesting to watch. Like when you think of Marvel movies, you think of like Ultron and Iron Man and fighting and epic set pieces. This is just meh.
Honestly, episode 4 was really good. I actually watched it twice.
You watched it twice.
I watched it twice because I wanted to see all like the little Easter eggs in it, but it
Okay.
was actually good. It was very, very good. I think you need to watch it.
Okay,
I'll
watch it tonight.
You watch it tonight, and I want to know your thoughts.
Well, the thing is, man, we're going back into lockdown, and there's 2 things I'm going to do with this lockdown. You're going to be proud of me. I'm going to watch WandaVision, and I'm going to finish Dark. Okay,
If you guys don't know, Dark is one of the best TV
yesterday.
shows. Yeah, Dark is one of the best TV shows ever.
Yeah, it's brilliant. There's still a couple more things that are out now on Netflix. Oh yeah, Outside the Wire. I think you'll like that. Anthony Mackie's in it.
I have
Falcon.
not seen that. It didn't have the best ratings.
It didn't have the best ratings, but it's still a really good movie. I still recommend
I'll
you
watch
give
it.
it a go.
I'll watch it.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.